Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. So we're going to be looking at a game I played yesterday in the Even 90 on Cliff. And Cliff, not a super easy map, guys, to play as a light tank. It's very difficult to kind of put yourself in any good position that's safe to spot, basically, on this map. You know, you have one option, and that's to really go up to, the giant cliff with the lighthouse. The issue with this play is that, you're basically a big target there. So what I like to do instead is I kind of come up to somewhere around this area, look for initial spots, and it looks like the T-49 has already done that for me because I used to make that play. However, like I said, you kind of become a target up there. So instead, what I'm going to try and do is just poke around this corner. I'm going to look for shots. I see the E50, and now, he's pressing me pretty rapidly. He's coming around the corner. He wants a shot. So now I'm going to try and get one into him here. And now we're looking at the CS59. We're going to try and take a shot at him. It misses. And now I'm just going to get out of this area because the E50 is making me extremely uncomfortable. I'm not sure if he took that shot at me or someone else, but it missed nonetheless. And M53 hits me for 326. And you can see, like, why I don't really kind of like this map, if that makes sense. I mean, like, it's a really awkward map where you don't really have any initial bushes to go to or anything like that with an even 90. So you have to be really cautious about kind of where you're putting yourself. And now look, guys, we're already down a third of our HP because of a shot from Artie. So we're going to keep poking here. E50 is being really aggressive, so I know I can kind of get away with, putting a couple shells into him, and I can be safe here. One of the benefits of being in this area, guys, is that you can proxy spot, like, people that are right here, and because we have one Artie, we know that because I got wrecked by the Artie on the enemy team. You can spot things like this Progetto and stuff that poke here, and people will have, some people will have shots, but Artie will also be able to usually hit them, and I believe you will see that here. Other than that, guys, all we can really do in this situation is kind of poke on the E50. I don't really like going anywhere else. Some people like doing, going to the 1 line as a light tank. Maybe they'll come around the 9 line over here and try and spot people over here. I personally, guys, just like to sit here because, like I said, this map is very difficult to kind of read, and instead, we're kind of poking. I'm going to go to my view so I don't miss anything while I'm talking. You can instead poke and get shots on, like, Progetto and stuff like that, like I was doing here, even though I was actually at that given time permalit by the Phase 1 or someone else who was over in this area. But that's how you can kind of, get this map to work if you're in a light tank, guys. You want to just use some hard cover, because there's really, and you can see I'm getting some spotting damage on the Progetto just from sitting here, but that's really all you could do. On the opposite side of the map, you can instead, I think I'm about to try and take another shot at this guy. You can instead go over to this little area right here, which I think I've definitely shown in some of my videos, and you have so many shots on this, entire area of the map that I'm sitting in. But, unfortunately, there's not an equivalent position, at least that I found, on the north spawn of this map, especially for encounter mode. I mean, there's a lot of people that like to come to the base area on encounter mode, so it's really good. Like, if you can imagine all these guys, all the teammates I have sitting here, if I was sitting over in that area where I showed you, which is like, it's like FG, like 3 area, you have tons of shots, guys. So here we're just looking for a shot on, like, the AE Phase 1 or whatever, but, I don't want to get proxy lit at the same time, so I kind of just pull away there, and we go on the reload. Phase 1 is looking like he's trying to get a shot into me, and, he's not really able to do that because of the angling and the way I have, hard cover here. Instead, Luva's going to try and poke for a shot at him. I think he trades with him, and now the Progetto has shots on him as well, so he's got to be really careful. But in any case, guys, this is what I do, and, like, I'm trying to tell, I don't know if you can see these arrows on the map, but I'm trying to tell these guys, I know not a lot of people run XVM, but I'm trying to tell them to come around this corner, come around and kill the CS59 so you have shots going this way. You know what I mean? Towards these guys, just like I was explaining before. And it looks like they're kind of hesitant to do that, but they kind of, are kind of moving up in a way. So now we're in a situation where the Progetto is a one-shot, the LTTB is a one-shot, and you can see that I will get slightly aggressive here on, you know, two people that don't seem to be very aware of their surroundings. So LTTB pokes right here, and I'm just going to poke right out, take the shot. We kill the LTTB, and then the AE phase 1, I apologize, not the Progetto, the AE phase 1 is going to poke here, and he's kind of being, you know, very unaware as well. He gets hit by the arty, he gets tracked. I'm going to poke out, put 1 into him, put 2 into him, and the AE phase 1 is dead. So this is how you can kind of eliminate people, guys, you know, just by really just poking out. Even if you're spotted, I mean, you could use the hard cover here to kind of assist you. And, you know, not get hit by the TDs that are sitting back in the, like, K5, K6 area. So, T49 is basically a one-shot now. Progetto 46 is a one-shot. They have a lot of tanks that are one-shots. And Progetto dies to the arty, and you could see, you know, like, the way they're pushing this, like, I could see, if you're watching on the map, this is what I like to do, guys. I just stare at the map like half the time I'm playing the game. There's 2 RHMs here now. That my M46s are here. They're kind of going to be in a tough situation now. There's not much I can really do to help them at this time, because I want to go after this guy, the CS59, but I can't do that safely. You know what I mean? Because if I pull out here, the E50 has shots, the Panther might have shots, you know, these TDs might have shots, so you got to be careful about how you play this. So I'm looking at that on the map, and I just don't know what I can really do in this situation. The Pattons end up dying, unfortunately, and I'm going to kind of pull away from this area because I see that they have now won this part of the map down here. So you have to be cautious, you know, when you're sitting up here in this area. If people pull around this corner, then they easily have shots at you. So you can see these guys are kind of paying attention to that as well. And I'm just trying to kind of poke on this rock a little bit. You know, there's a bush there, but I figured I'd still have the view range on people and not get spotted with 44% concealment rating or whatever it is. And RHM appears, guys. And, you know, this becomes tough because of the way, like, this rock is right here. It's very tough to get shots on these guys. You could poke this side, you could poke that side. The problem is if you poke over here, you leave yourself open to people like the Basante. So Basante is poking here, and now I have to get safe. And then you can see the M53 also appears here. So we're looking basically for shots on these guys, and it's very difficult to do it. You know, I'm also kind of going over this direction to make sure no one is pushing our arty, because he hasn't really repositioned, but then again, there's not many other places for him to go. He probably could have came up to, like, you know, A6 or whatever over here. Trying to get a shot on the E50, can't get it. ELC's aim time is brutal, guys, so we're not able to get that shot. And really, this is almost becoming like a stalemate, guys. We're at 1,033 damage, 491 assists, and like it's looking like a decent game, I guess you could say, so far. But my concern is, like, they kind of have the majority of the map. You know, they have basically this entire half of the map here, and this entire part of the map. So they have, like, you know, basically, you know, I would say 3/4 of the map almost exactly, and you know, in a situation like this, it's very difficult to try and, you know, spot as a light tank. I remember talking about the games that I posted maybe, I don't know, it was like a day or two ago or whatever, where I was talking about a T-37 trying to spot in the same situation, except I think it was from the other side. And this map becomes very difficult to scout, guys, you know, because there's just nowhere to really do it safely. You know, there's a lot of rocks and stuff like that, so you don't have good view range really from any area. And, you know, CS59 is over here now. I'm reloading, and I wouldn't be able to get a shot into this guy anyway. You know, I can't hit him frontally really, and I don't want to really give away my position. Even though they kind of have an idea of where I am, I don't want to get lit here. So, you know, this becomes really tough because really all I could do at this point is just play like a medium or heavy and just join up with, you know, the rest of my teammates. However, you know, they all start to kind of die. So what I think I could do, okay, and this is just my brain, you know, going through like the options, is I can run this way, come all the way around like this, because there's no one else spotted, right? If you're looking, let me go ahead and explain this like I normally do. So this is what I'm thinking, guys. I'm thinking of coming from where I was going all the way around like this, coming all the way back up, and going this way, and flanking these guys. The CS-59 is over here. Their chances are likely that with the bush over here and stuff, I could get away from this, unless the CS-59 was beelining back down this way, which I don't think he would do at this point. He'd probably do the same thing and come up this way. I decide that I'm going to go around this way, because, look, I could go after the CS-59. The issue with that is, like, if he gets one shot into me, and, you know, even if I bounce the first shot or something like that, chances are likely that I'm going to be basically a one-shot to him. I'm pretty sure that tank has like a 350 or 400 alpha damage gun. I decide not to go after the CS-59 guys. And that's my reasoning for it, is just because if I was full HP, I would definitely do it. But the thing is, I want to help these guys as quick as I possibly can, because there's 3 people here, and I feel like they might be able to deal with a one-shot CS-59. So that's the decision I decided to make. There's 2 options. It's either go that way or go after the CS-59. I want to help my guys immediately, so I go after, you know, I go this way and look for shots into them. The problem is my teammates all basically just die right away, and I don't even believe it's to the CS-59. I believe it's to these 3 guys here. So we're kind of making our way over here, guys. We're trying to, and yes, see, like, Panther 2 E5 to the T26 E5, so the CS-59 really didn't even have any impact here, unless maybe it was on the other CS-53. But as far as I'm concerned, I never even saw him on the map until later on, you know. So what I'm doing, guys, is I come up to this area, and look, I have gold loaded, and the 703 is still like impossible to penetrate. I finally get a shot into him. I bounced the back of the Panther 2, which I was really pissed about, by the way, and now 7032 destroyed the CS-53. So literally, at least for the kill shots, you know, the CS-59 came up this way, it looks like, anyway. The CS-59 wouldn't have been a threat anyway, so it was a good decision, you know, what I made here. However, my entire team just literally disintegrated in about 30 seconds. So now I have to run away from here, guys, and this becomes really difficult because I'm basically permalit. I'm running away from the CS-59. We dodged like 3 shells, and, you know, I'm moving, I'm trying to get away. And you know, we're able to get away for the time being, but you know, you have 3 tanks chasing after you, and like this becomes really difficult. So now I'm spotted again by the CS-59. I don't think I ever got unlit, actually. CS-59 is coming after me, and now we're gonna have to deal with the CS-59 anyway. So I pull up to this rock. I'm waiting for the CS-59 to come through. I have gold loaded, guys. I have a full clip, and basically the CS-59 is gonna YOLO us. We're gonna be able to kill him. I kind of get a ricochet shot there. I get a shot into him here. Put another into the side of his tank there. And now we're going to wiggle out to make sure the Basante doesn't hit us. Basante misses again, thank God. We're going to get unlit here by this rock. And we're going to keep moving. I'm not worried about the cap, really. You know, the Panther's the only one on the cap. It's basically a 2v1 now. And we're going to move. So this becomes very, very difficult, being that the Basante is at 1000 HP, guys. Like, if the Basante was a 1-shot, even a 2-shot, I might be able to make this work. But carrying a game in the even 90, ooh, I'll be honest with you guys, it's not simple. You know, just the way this gun works, it's not simple. So I'm gonna come all the way around. You know, I think that they would expect me to probably come up from here. So instead, I'm gonna come all the way around and come the long way and try to surprise them. So we're gonna come around the corner, guys. There's 2 minutes left in this game, and I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be a draw. Like, the way I'm seeing it, they think they might have a win, but I'm pretty sure that I'm confident in my abilities with 574 HP to come in, kill the Panther, and at least make this a draw. And you know, you will see what happens here. But ultimately, I'll tell you guys, there's just no way I can go against a 1000 HP Basante, who's also a good player. I poke here just for a second to see if maybe they're around the corner here. And then I make my move, guys. If both of them hit me at the same time, I'm probably dead. I think Basante spotted me here. So I'm trying to like stay unlit as I come around, you know, the corner of this. And Basante takes a terrible shot there. And I think he has an auto loader, so I just kind of went for it. We get a shot into the Panther, and we keep running. And I'm not sure what the Basante's, you know, damage per shot is, to be honest with you, but we took one from the Panther, and we killed the Panther, and now it's a 3-minute cap time. There's only a minute and 18 seconds left, guys. You know, we're trying to look for shots on this guy, and I'm saying, look, this is just too risky. You know, it's too risky. I'm going to get away from this guy, and there's a minute left, and let's take a draw. Because there's just no way I can go after this guy. Even if I were to put, this is the thing, guys, with the even 90, even if I were to put 3 shells into this guy, like if I put 3 shells into him and penned all 3 of them, I think at most we do like 750 damage, maybe, with like 3 very high rolls. And that would leave him still as like a 2-shot to me. And then I have a 28-second reload. So there's just really no way that this is going to happen, you know. And I believe a 2-shot to the Basante. I'm not sure of his DPM or damage per shot. So I say in the chat, I'm taking the draw if any of you stayed to watch, and that's how this game is going to end, guys. I hate draws, but there's just, you know, there's no way for me to win this game. You know, you have to think realistically. I mean, it's always possible that I could rack the guy, but I'm just not going to take my chances, guys. So, look, guys, we're going to fast forward to the end of this. It's a draw. I just got to sit here, and that's the game. We do 1,863 damage, 491 assists. That's giving us like 2,200 combined, guys. I worked for every single you know, point of damage and assist damage in this game. You know, it was a long game, 15 minutes, guys. And, you know, you definitely need some stamina to make it to the end of these games, you know, to think clearly the whole way through and stuff. But, you know, I wanted to bring this one to you guys because I felt like it was pretty close and, you know, an exciting match to see nonetheless. So that's really it, guys. We're going to take a look at the end plates since I did save them. It was a first class game. We got 3 medals over here. One of them is like the defender. I think Orlix was another one or something like that. You know, 1,863 damage. We got 5 kills. So if I took out the Basante, we would have had a top gun, but it wasn't happening, guys. You know, we were top by experience. It looks like we were like 5th by damage or 4th by damage, something like that. And, you know, we made 73K with premium and also my personal reserve that I had up. And I think we got courageous resistance too. Yeah, we got 10K for courageous resistance, guys. And that's it, guys. This was a 15-minute battle. As I said, you know, the 15-minute battles are like, dude, I'm telling you, man, if you play a 15-minute battle, you start to get fatigued by like, you know, 11, 12 minutes in. And those last couple minutes, it's like you have to really, you know, be thinking hard about the battle and not make any stupid, you know, plays. So we ended up getting 696 assist damage, guys, which is a little more than what it was. So there was some blind damage, blind assist damage there. And, you know, that's giving us something like 2,500 combined. So it's right around my, you know, where I like to be for my games in the even 90. And that's about it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this one. You know, it was, like I said, it was a really close game. And, you know, one of those fun ones where your heart gets pounding a little bit at the end. But there was just no way I was going to be able to win this one, guys, unfortunately. So thanks for watching, and I will see you for the next one. Bye-bye.